What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the O'Shea Vlogcast channel. We have a very special interview today with one of our brothers here in the manosphere, brother Marcus Brown. And we want to talk about his book that he has written. It's actually called Just Another Book Niggas Ain't Gonna Read. But we could not preference that title for YouTube. So the title of the video is Just Another Book Brothers Ain't Gonna Read. So the first and foremost, man, I want to congratulate you on putting out the book. I bought it when it was on pre-sale and haven't read it yet, but I will read it after Wednesday and give a review on it for you. So welcome to the show, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
So, let's talk a little bit, about you before we kind of get into the nitty gritty of the book. Just kind of to let everybody know your background, where you're from, who you are, stuff like that.
Okay, well, for those of y'all who don't know, my name is Marcus A. Brown. I run the channel, the MAB Experience on YouTube, also the MAB Experience on Twitter. It's all the same on all social media platforms. Basically like what you would call a shit poster or provocateur on social media. And I have a blog site, the mabexperience.com. And so basically, I've been banned, not now, but I've been restricted on Facebook. I've been suspended on Instagram, YouTube. I haven't experienced the strikes that some of the manosphere has experienced, but I did have to take some videos down because I make some controversial content. And so what I did was I started my own publishing company, the MAB Experience LLC. And through that publishing company, I published the book that we're talking about today.
Okay, cool. So what I want to do is talk about this particular book, and welcome to all the brothers that's coming into the show. The book that you have written, Just Another Book Niggas Ain't Gonna Read. Can you, do us a solid real quick, I guess, and kind of let us know, what this particular book is about, what made you want to write it, and everything, if we can.
Right. Okay. So the book, I got it right here. It's entitled Just Another Book Niggas Ain't Gonna Read. I really wasn't sure how Shay wanted to do it in regards to the censorship program, the censorship issues that YouTube and Google is having. So you can just call it Just Another Book or Just Another Book Niggas Ain't Gonna Read. It's a self-help book, but it's pretty much trolling with the title and the cover. So if you want me to, I could like go over the cover, because that seemed to be like the most controversial. That's what catch people out, and that's what got it going viral on Facebook right now.
All right, let's talk about the cover if we can, because I do see it is an interesting cover nonetheless. If you want to talk about that, please let's do that. It's a very interesting.
All right. Let me pull up my own screen so I can see what y'all seeing. Okay, so this is the book right here. This is the paperback version. Let me also say that it's now available on Amazon and Kindle in paperback formats.
Okay.
But just to go over the cover, the title is Just Another Book Niggas Ain't Gonna Read. And it's kind of trolling, like playing on the stereotype that Black people don't read. But if you look at the imagery, the cover right here, shout out to RJ Jones. That's the guy who did the artwork for it. Mm-hmm. You have is like different stereotypes of different types of Black people. I'll start with the young lady right here. So you got a young Black millennial female. I wouldn't necessarily call her a feminist, but she's reading a book, Feminism, What You Don't Know About Men. And the reason I wanted to have her on this cover, I started to make her like a real unattractive, fat, overweight type, the real stereotype of angry feminist women. But this is a young millennial female that's kind of coming into that age where she's being introduced to that type of
You there? I think he kind of timed out. So let me go in the chat. We don't have as many people really in the chat, but let's see if we can kind of get him back here. Hello? Hello. Okay. All right, you guys. So I know you guys are waiting on the actual chat. So let's see if we can get him back. Okay, he's gonna come back on the phone. All right. So listen, man. I know we don't have like a whole lot of people in the chat, but what I would appreciate you guys do, those of you who can come back, hit the like button. What up, Max? And you guys do that while we're waiting for him to make his way back to the actual show. All right, so let's go ahead and do that, brothers. I really appreciate you guys for being in the interview. You there? Hello? What's going on? You there? Okay, it seems like we can't hear you, bro. So
Yo, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm having issues with the internet here. I'm gonna come back on my phone if I get disconnected again.
Okay. Okay.
But you can hear me and see me, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I can hear you and I can see you. Yes, that's
All right.
correct.
Man, it's a cheap ass internet. My bad, bro. So let me get back to the cover. Like I said, you got this black millennial female right here reading a feminist book. Right here behind her, you got the typical hood type of dude. He's not, as you can see, he's not really reading the book. He just kind of catering to whatever she seems to be interested in at the time. Then you got this radical pro-black, what we call Hoteps. If you can see that, he reading a book with Hotep on the front, which is Hotep is it's a Kemetic word, ancient Egyptian word for peace. So a lot of times, I'm just explaining this for people that may not be familiar with that stereotype. You got the people that we call Hotep brothers that are what I call radical pro-blacks, and they differ from brothers like you and myself. I'm not against like people who are for the advancement of black people in America or in whatever nation they reside in. But this type of guy, this is like the pretentious woke type that knows everything, and everything he says is right, everything anybody else would say is wrong. He got this on the back, it says the black woman is God, which is another talking point that you hear a lot of the recent pro-blacks use to cater to dysfunctional black females. You got a dysfunctional black female right here, which is a stereotype of like the ratchet baby mama. This is not the everyday single mother. This is not like, for example, a divorced mother, or some mothers, some single mothers, they do have their head on straight and they are working with what they have. But this is like the typical ratchet, hit the wall type. As you can see, she got the Rodney, which is a reference to Minister Japp's Dirty Dick Rodney stereotype, and she's reading a welfare book. So overall, like, you got all these people on this book. It's not to say that black people don't read as much as to say that most of the information they're consuming is setting them up to be either some type of victim or have an inferiority complex or a superiority complex in regards to this hotel guy. Then you got the neutral black man is in the middle. He's reading this book, just another book, and so that's just more of a, if you can look at his expressions, more of an introspective look. It's not really setting a premise based on externalities, but it's more introspective, having him look at himself. So like I said, this was like really the catch. This was the title and the cover, I think, is what sold the most. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but a lot of people bought it just off the strength of this, and so far it's doing pretty good.
Okay. So let me talk to you about what made you actually want to write. I mean, I don't know if I've talked about that, but what inspired you to write the book in the first place?
Well, I was already writing on my blog site, the mabexperience.com. I've had issues with that, which I'm in a process of getting that site back up. But even on social media, like I said, with Facebook and YouTube, I had issues where either I was getting strikes, copyright infringements for like commenting on other people's works. And Facebook, I just got a bunch of trolls, mostly from the Black Lives Matter groups and the relationship groups, because I talk about like things like religion, dysfunction within the Black community, things like that. So I've been on Facebook. I just got out of what they call Facebook jail for 60 days, 2 months. And it was just a back-to-back 30-day ban. And during that time, the book was in a process. I was in the process of writing it before that, but that really just gave me a lot of time away from social media. And I formed a corporation. I was like, you know what, fuck it. Let me just put all of the content that I'm going to Facebook jail for in a book. And once it was released, I wasn't able to officially release it. I just kind of leaked it on Facebook, and it took off from there.
Okay, so let me ask you, um, you did you think the book would actually sell? And let's talk about that because first book. Did you think that you'd actually be able to basically sell any copies? Like, how'd you come up with the price point for those people who may be up and coming authors and stuff? How'd you publish it? Kind of give us some insights to that.
Right. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect. My main priority was to mark this off my bucket list. I could give you a backstory on the concept of the book. For those of y'all that's familiar with Aaron Clary, he's a good friend of mine. He's also another YouTuber and a more established author. So from him, like Bachelor Pad Economics, Worthless, and this last book, not the last book, one of the books he published, it's called The Black Man's Guide Out of Poverty. I'm actually on the cover of that. I assisted him with the cover, and he used me and a few other friends of his to kind of get a Black perspective before he published the book, because he wanted to make sure that he had an accurate depiction of like the Black man, specifically Black men's dilemma in America, from all sides, from our relationship with America, our relationship with our own women, so to speak. So when he published that book, it got a lot of backlash because of who he is and because of the title and me on the book. And a lot of people's issue with the book was like, why is this white guy writing a book on helping Black men? I don't want to read it. I don't want to support a white guy telling a Black man how to get his life on track, or how to get out of poverty per se. So Aaron Clary and I would joke about that, and I told him, like, look, man, this is my own personal opinion of the Black community, because I've dealt with a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? I've dealt with a lot of community organizers, and one of the main issues we have is we got a hard-headed people, y'all. Like, a lot of times, excuse my French, but a lot of times niggas would just do the opposite of what you recommend. So I would always joke with Clary, and I was like, look, man, don't worry. Like, it's a good thing. It was a good deed. Whether people buy it or not, that's on them. And fortunately, because of brothers like yourself and myself, it has had better sales after that initial backlash. But,
right.
By me observing that, I would joke with Clary. I would say, look, I could write the same book, or I could write a book as a Black man, and people definitely wouldn't read it. Matter of fact, the only way I would sell a book is if I wrote a book called Just Another Book Niggas Ain't Gonna Read. That was a joke. And like, he was laughing his ass off. And from that day, this was like a year ago, he was like, Marcus, did you write the book yet? Marcus, did you write? Every time I see him or talk to him, he keep asking me, did you write the book yet? And I didn't really think I was, but I had enough time and I had enough content to really sit down and put some talking points together and make it a general, like an entry-level self-help book with some general principles it's really common sense. But I think most of my audience, they already know what they're looking forward to reading in the book. And for people who, like I said, as a joke, I didn't know what to expect. A lot of people that's reading the book are picking it up because it says just another book niggas ain't gonna read. So I mean, it's kind of counterintuitive. But to answer your question, I just wanted to get it off my bucket list. This was just like something else to do. And I'm humbled that so many people have been jumping on it in a way that they have.
Let me talk to you about the people who have been jumping on it. How many of the copies of the book have you sold so far?
Right now, we still under 400 copies. I haven't been promoting this. Like I said, I just got out of Facebook jail. I just started doing interviews. So really, it could be going a lot further if I got off my ass and start promoting it. But all the sales so far has been strictly off of Facebook. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, what I'm going to ask you is, do you have like a certain goal? Is there a certain goal that you might get to a bestseller list or something like that? How does that work?
I'm actually still learning that process because, like I said, this is my first business venture. This is my first time actually forming a company. This is my first time actually trying to put together some type of sales goal. I didn't have any of that. I still don't, to be honest with you. It was really just it was an impulse decision. It was like, look, I'm gonna write this book. This is everything I want to say. And not only have people read it and with me, they got to know me better, but people who know me, people who had these same conversations with me over and over again, this kind of serves as like a reference point of the same arguments that I've been making over and over and over. So I'm kind of going with the flow to answer your question. I'm still learning all this myself.
Let me talk to you about the process of publishing a book on like Amazon or Amazon Create Space. Let's talk about like ISBN numbers and things like that. I know it's a little bit off the topic of your book, but just people
No,
to
it's
know
cool.
that it's preparation and work that you put into this. What did you have to do to create this book besides writing it? What were the other things and the tasks that you
Okay,
had to do?
sure. So the first step, of course, is writing a book.
Okay.
It's plenty of YouTube tutorials on how to format your book, how to really define what the purpose of the book is, how you would categorize it and whatnot. But in terms of publishing it, it's a long way and a short way. And this is modernized. These opportunities wasn't available to us in the old days of going to like a brick and mortar bookstore or going through a traditional publishing company. So the short way to publish a book is through Amazon's company CreateSpace. Also KDP Select. They kind of brother and sister company. It's the same company. It's under Amazon, but through Amazon CreateSpace, you don't even have to have a company. You can publish this as a sole proprietor under your own name. Okay. And how you would do that is just write the book first, then follow the steps that CreateSpace lays out for you to make sure that it's properly formatted for their standards. They also act as what they call a POD, or print on demand company. And the way that kind of revolutionized book publishing is, in the traditional days of publishing a book, first you have to find a publishing company. You have to find like a company that kind of fits your style, your writing style, somebody that can market you to the right people, and actually somebody that would even approve you in the first place. Like, I wouldn't be able to get this book done under a traditional publishing company because it's controversial. It's offensive. It's politically incorrect, I should say. And I'm a nobody in the eyes of traditional publishing companies. I don't have the name that will make them want to get behind a book like this. But thanks to Amazon, thanks to other print on demand companies, what you do now is just you write the book, you go through their formatting procedures, you set up your tax information, and that's where the company comes in. Like, the short way is you just take it as an individual. You tax yourself as an individual, and it's no different from like Google AdSense. How some people, they don't necessarily have to have a company to get a Google check or a YouTube check. It's the same. It's a similar process. Let me say it like that. And a long way is if you do what I did and form a company, form a corporation, and use that corporation as the entity that's publishing the book through the same platform. So instead of Marcus A. Brown publishing a book through CreateSpace, it will be the MAB Experience LLC publishing the same book through CreateSpace or Ingram Spark, which is another POD. And you just kind of take it from there as a corporation.
Okay, cool. So how long, once you wrote, the book was written, at this particular time, what was the wait for you to have the book uploaded, the cover and all this? You know, how long was the process that it took to do all these things?
The good thing about Amazon or CreateSpace is they work pretty fast. I would say like within a week. So all you got to do is follow their steps. If everything is done on your end, you can have that out. You can have a book out. You can have a book out maybe within a week. I'm just saying that because they need time to review not the content of the book, but the format of the book. So they need to make sure that your pages are set up correctly. You need to make sure that any type of images you're using are gonna show up well. You know, like it's gonna look right on the page. And that could be a headache if you're not really good with formatting documents. But let's say if you want to do an ebook is real quick. You can have that out like within less than a week. I'll say that.
Right. Okay. Less than a week. Okay. So let me ask you this: how much? You know, because I know that you had a particular sale, but if somebody wanted to buy your book, and right now you have a particular sale on it, we want to push to the brothers. What's the sale you have going on right now?
Right now, we got a 99-cent sale. That was what I did initially to launch the book. I had a 99-cent pre-sale, and so the book was available. It was published on a Tuesday, but I let the sale go on a Friday. So people who bought the book for that weekend and that Monday, they got it for 99 cents. The ebook was on a 99-cent sale. I just put it back on a 99-cent sale strictly for the Manosphere, for the Negro Manosphere. So right now, y'all can purchase the ebook for 99 cents. The regular price, the retail price is $4.99. So after today, I'll put it back to $4.99. The paperback is $12.99. And I think Amazon, what they do, they kind of fluctuate the prices based on the stock. Initially, they only print up however many books are ordered. So if somebody orders one book, they print up one book. If somebody orders 100 books, they print up 100 books. But sometimes they'll print more than what was ordered so that they can have some what they call in stock. And then they may mark it down on their own. So I think right now the paperback price is like $11 and some change. But the retail price is $12.99. But the sale that I got going on for y'all is the 99-cent sale. And I would recommend that. I actually recommend the ebook for people that's on a budget. You know, a lot of people that's buying it, they buy it to support me because they know me personally or they support what I'm doing. But if you just really want to get the content and take it in a if you want the economic price, the economy price, then yeah, get the 99-cent ebook.
Okay, stop the show. Listen, brothers, I'll make an appeal right now. Okay, typically I don't like asking for certain things or for certain things from listeners, but it's two things that we got to start doing. Number one, we have a brother. Now he's not like like me or Angry Man or Jap or anything because he's really busy with his own business. But we have a brother, a black brother here that has a book that's on sale. That's a self-help book for black men for 99 cents. I think with tax is like $1.22. Now, for you brothers that want to see black male media continue to grow, continue to get bigger, there's no reason why that you brothers who have a debit or credit card should not be going on, clicking on this link and buying a self-help book by a brother that's writing it just for you for 99 cents. Don't make no sense. Okay. And the reason why we want to support this book, I bought it. And the reason why we want to do that is because we need more brothers writing stuff for us. Okay. We need more brothers and more black men creating content for black men, period. This is what we need. Okay. If we want to move forward, if we want to go ahead and continue and to do it well, all right, that's what the manosphere is about now. The manosphere is not about roasting black bitches, or the manosphere ain't about roasting other YouTubers like it used to be. This is about, putting forth our best people. Okay. Our brothers who have books, brothers who know how to do finance, particular brothers who have particular skills. This is about pushing our best people forward because, like I said, it's easy for somebody to do a YouTube video. It is not easy to write a book. Shout out to my man Tracy Wells. Okay, I see you, player. I'm gonna holler at you on Facebook. What up, Tracy? So this is what we're trying to do, brothers. Now, shout out to Tracy, man. He's a good brother. He's on his anti-simp campaign, but shout out to my man right there. We want to. It's a very well written book from what I can see. I haven't finished reading it yet, but again, 99 cents is what you should pay to get a book that's going to self-help you. And again, it's going to continue to get better. But before we get back on the book, let me tell you guys something. This is the second book. I think he's the first person to put it out for the manosphere, the Black manosphere, right? Because before you just had dudes that were just doing videos. I put out an ebook called How to Stop Simping in 24 Hours. Now, my ebook is not as long or in depth as his book, but my ebook is free. His ebook or his book is 99 cents for 141 pages. Is that right?
Yeah, it's 130 pages of content. The rest of the book is, like the contents. And then also I got a recommended subscriptions section in the back, which I shouted out your channel, other channels like the Angry Man, Steve, the Dean Williams. So I kind of get, especially if you get the ebook, you can get direct links as opposed to just the pages like in the back end. But yeah, to answer your question, it's like 130 pages.
130 pages.
And then right now, other sources, all the sources and the shout outs is in the back.
So what we're doing is you can get 130 pages for pretty much 99 cents. I mean, come on now. That's highway robbery, brothers. Okay. So this is what we're trying to do. We really want to put our brother, like it's some of you guys who want to write a book, you want to write for the Negro Manosphere, you want to do things like this. It's important that we get our brothers buying each other's content. It's, we got to support. We got to read this stuff. We got to take this game up. All right. Because we need to have our own entertainment. Books are entertainment. Websites are entertainment. Okay. So, it's a thing now. Also, did you have to get an ISBN number?
Yeah. So the ISBN number is it's called an International Standard Book Number.
Okay.
If you don't want to form your own company, let's just say if you want to get something quick out, the CreateSpace will give you their own ISBN number. But let's say for the people that's looking up, they want to do some back information, they want to do some homework to see who is the publisher of this book. If you publish through Amazon or any of these other third parties that offer free ISBN numbers, then they will come up as the publisher. So honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, a lot of people, they turn their nose up to it in a book community, and I had to learn that. So what I did, I formed my own company. I purchased my own ISBN numbers, and you can just Google ISBN number depending on the nation, the country that you're in. Okay. I think Canada got a different platform, but it's not hard. It ain't really difficult.
How much was the ISBN number?
I think it was $5 for $100. And the reason you need multiple ISBN numbers, because even though I got one book, I have different platforms, and that will be classified as editions. So this is the paperback edition. If I had a hardback cover, that would be the hardback edition, and I would need a different ISBN number. Same with the ebook, same with the audio book, which I'm working on now. All of these can be for the same book, the same content, but every type of edition or every type of platform that it's available in, it requires a different ISBN number.
Okay. So we have that. Okay. So again, brothers, it's one of our own, with this particular novel out right now for a day. And even if it does go to $4.99, some I still recommend that you put out. And I'm going to take your actual advice here. And what I'm going to do is for the Negro Manosphere comic, I'm going to try to release it for 99 cents. So when it comes out in 3 weeks. So we're going to be biting a little bit of your style. Let me ask you a question. What's the feedback that you've gotten from people who have purchased the book? What have they said?
I got a lot of good reviews, and the ones that stuck out to me the most was from people who don't even know me. So going back to your last question, what did I think would come from the book? I thought, just the people that are familiar with my content, maybe other trolls that just want to buy the book for their own reasons to troll people. I expected them to buy, but when it started reaching out into other circles, and I started having people who've never heard of me before, they don't know me from a can of paint, and they would leave good reviews, that really humbled me. So, Wait, hold on 1 second. I'm seeing how crappy this connection is. I'm about to still see if I could hook something up on the phone. But yeah, I've been getting a good review so far. Like the only negative review, only negative feedback I've gotten is from people who haven't read it. And if you go to Amazon's review page, I'm glad they put this feature in there. Like when somebody leaves a review, it'll have in a corner whether or not it's a verified purchase. So you can see, like, go through the reviews. Most of them are good. And the ones that are it says verified purchase, that's how you know somebody actually bought the book. But between Amazon and Facebook, social media, like the only negative feedback I've gotten is from people who just don't like the cover or don't like the title.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Let me see. Seems like the connections are doing a little bit better, but I guess as far as the next upcoming works, I mean, do you have anything that you have planned in the future that you would like to do, or that you would like to have coming out?
I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get on my phone. Hold on a second. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah, my bad about that, y'all. One more time. What was the question?
So I guess what I'm saying is, do you have any, future, projects or anything that you're working on that we will be able to see? What should we be expecting from you?
So, yeah, as of now, I'm still working on publishing this book in different formats. So this is available through Amazon. Right now, I'm working to reformat the book so it'll qualify for another POD called Ingram Spark.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's available through Ingram Spark, I already got it's another thing, LCCN, that's your Library of Congress control number. That's what puts your book in a database for libraries. So once the book is in that database, and once I have it on good terms with Ingram Spark, then I can put it in brick and mortar stores like Barnes and Noble and other platforms like libraries. If they're interested, they can have a book available there. And I'm recording the audiobook. So hopefully I have an audiobook done within the next month, and that'll be available on Audible.
Okay, cool, man. So I mean, I don't know, is there anything else as far as the interview that you wanted to really discuss or say anything about?
No, I just wanted to say thanks, man. I appreciate you having me on your platform. I appreciate everybody that's been supporting. I'm glad that people are actually enjoying the content. And once again, it's available on Amazon, 99-cent sale. I had that maybe for the next 24 to 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, this is a little off the topic, but if y'all haven't already, y'all got to get the Negro Manosphere ebook. The fucking
How to stop simping in 24 hours.
How to stop simping in 24 hours. I had left a review on my Facebook because I didn't know if I could do it on the Negro Manosphere page. But that book is on point, bro. Like everything from the formatting to even the comic in the back. And I don't know how much Donovan Sharp wrote it, but when I read it, like I just read the whole book in Donovan Sharp voice. That was really well put together. So I think, if you're going to support my book, definitely get the Negro Manosphere book, How to Stop Simping in 24 Hours.
Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to do in about 30 minutes, you guys, and Marcus, I'll send you the link also. So if you want to promote it on this next big stream, me, Steve the Dean, we're going to do a big show on the main O'Shea Duke Jackson channel. So we want you brothers to come through there. We're going to talk about sexual harassment in the workplace with men. All right. So again, men and sexual harassment in the workplace. So we're gonna do a big show, brother Marcus. If you wanted to drop in, I got an email from my bro, Wake the Hell Up. So shout out to Wake the Hell Up. I have to email him and get him on. I was supposed to do a hangout with Prophet of Thought series, but because I had something that actually happened today, so I wasn't able to really get to everything as I wanted because I only had about 3 hours of sleep. So far. So what we'll do is we'll do a show, and then at some point you come on, man, and tell everybody else about the sale, and then we'll get more people to it. All right.
All right, for sure. Thanks, y'all. Shout out to JR Wisdom. Shout out to Char Willie. Everybody that's supporting, I appreciate it. Hey, and then I know I'll be bringing the trolls too. They kind of follow me when I post stuff on social media, but Any of y'all that got the book, like check it out. Let me know what y'all think.
All right, cool. So we're gonna basically until the sale is over, I'm gonna be promoting the book for the brother. So you guys watch out for us in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We're gonna be doing a big show on the main channel, O'Shea Duke Jackson main channel. Shout out to Ninja Olu, he bought the book. So you guys be on the lookout for that. And again, Marcus, man, much success with the
Hey,
book,
Ninja
bro.
Olu. Hold on. Let me look like I know that brother. Hey, appreciate it, Ninja.
All right. So we'll be back in a minute, man. And thanks so much. Cool, Coley. That nigga said we do read. Everybody read, but your black ass. All right, man. So we'll be back, man. And congratulations on the book. It's really good. It's a really good look for you. Now I gotta still finish reading it. Shelly Sterling bought the book. Okay, that's 2 sales. So like I said, man, we got to keep supporting these books. Now keep in mind, now 3 weeks from now, when you guys get your paycheck, another 99 cents will be on the Dr. Action comic, Dr. Action versus Drug Lords. Okay, you guys are in for a treat. Dr. Action, that's the character that's kind of based off of me. So you know, because I'm at medical school, and my character is an actual a ghetto organic chemist, and the whole idea about Dr. Action is he lives in the planet called the Negro Manosphere, right? So he flies back to Earth when something's going, and he goes back to the Negro Manosphere when things get rough. So that's where he lives at, and he's the only guy there on a planet full of beautiful women. It's every black man's dream. Okay, he's an expat. So he's like Marcus out there tricking in the Dominican Republic. So if you guys have seen the comic on Patreon, you guys know my comics go in. So again, people like, you know, like what Marcus is doing, he's really paving the way. He put out his book. I put out the ebook. Now we're gonna have comics in the manosphere, right? So we're all growing together, and we want to keep support Marcus. I believe he got some sales on the last show that we did. Did you got some sales the last time you came on, right?
Yeah, the last stream that we had. So, and that
Okay.
was at the retail price. I wanted to make sure before we did the interview. I know this kind of last minute. So, like I said, thanks again for having me on here. But I wanted to make sure that I did another 99-cent sale, at least for your interview, if for nothing else. And so, like right now, look, here's the cover. I don't know how good y'all could have saw it with my weak ass internet connection. So here it is again.
Okay. Well, I think that just stopped you from running for president with that title right there. But
It's all good now. I don't need that. I don't need that job.
oh man. All right, so this is what we'll do, man. We're gonna basically talk to you guys in a minute, within about 20 minutes. Thank you again, Marcus, man, and much success with the book, and we'll keep promoting it for you, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Peace, man.
Peace, y'all.